There goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now. And there goes my mind racing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing. I'm hopeless now. I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason. There goes my hand shaking, and you are the reason my heart keeps bleeding. I need you now. And if I could turn back the clock, I'd make sure the light defeated the dark. I'd spend every hour of every day keeping you safe. And I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason. Come back, you are the reason. Just a little closer, come a little closer. I need you to hold me tonight. I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. 'Cause I need you to see that you are the reason.
Welcome everyone to Trax Nightclub. We appreciate you coming out to show your support for this wonderful celebration of life for such a wonderful man. Trax turned 40 years old last year, and there was one person that was with us for much of that journey, and that was Corky. We're all here to show our love, to show our support to his family and to all those that were impacted by his tremendous life and his journey and his impact here in Denver. And we want to all thank you on behalf of Trax Denver, the employees and the LGBT community here in Denver. Thank you for showing your support across all of the venues here in Denver. Thank you so much for setting aside for us all to honor such an important and integral part here in this community. Just want to go over a couple things here while we're all here. We again thank you. We just appreciate that you keep your masks on when you're in the building at all times. When you're not actively drinking. We are part of the 5-star program here, which we're really excited about. And that's allowed us to increase our capacity to be able to hold all of you here today. So thank you so much for your support in that. We do have Ed here at the bar and then Stefan at this side as well. So please know that there are 2 options here. Restrooms and stuff in the back, but please again, keep your mask on, stay seated when at all possible, mask on when you're looking at this amazing memorabilia in the back here. I will give it to Jessica here as we transition to the rest of the program for tonight. Thank you, Jessica.
Hi, Trax, and everybody watching at the venues across. Thank you for coming out for tonight's celebration of life. It is quite the honor and privilege to be your MC as well through this event for tonight. And it's really weird to think of this moment that we're all sitting here and getting together in this time. A lot has happened over the last year. There have been a lot of tragedies, a lot of loss, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of charity in the community. Corky was one of those individuals that represented so many different pieces to so many other people. Whether that be a best friend, a longtime colleague, but for me, he was the glue that kind of stuck together even the smallest places in the community. You would always find him dancing, smiling around people, making them feel happy, giving his time, his energy. He was a mentor for so many, including myself, where he actually cared about the drag entertainers outside of the makeup and took the time to get to know us, to know about our families, encourage us, make us feel like we were worth something. He took the time to send random messages and check in and make sure that everybody was doing okay. And he was an absolute fighter. Before we get into the rest of the program for today, I would like to do a moment of silence for Corky, in addition to anyone that is suffering or mourning because of this loss, in addition to anybody that has lost someone because of COVID, and anybody that has been lost during the Black Lives Matter movement. If we could do that now. Thank you. I'd like to turn it over to this next piece of our program. We have a beautiful video from members of the community that was compiled and put together. And so with that, enjoy.
Good evening, everyone. This is Phyllis Rogers with Majestic Hearts Pageant. We are here tonight for Corky's memorial. Sorry I can't be there in person, but I'm trying to stay safe. I think Corky would want me to do so. Corky was very special to everyone and anyone that knew him. He was an activist, he was an entertainer, he did a lot of fundraising, and he was an all-around beautiful person with a big smile who loved to talk and loved to dance. For Majestic Hearts and myself, I have to say he will be missed. He entertained with us, he entertained with me individually, and he was on our board of directors. He's left a big gap. We will miss Corky so very much. And dear Corky, wherever you are, until we meet again, keep on dancing, love. We love you.
Dance is the Hidden Language of the Soul by Martha Graham. Hello, my name is Jim Sharper. I am the founder of Feeding Denver's Hungry. Corky and I have been friends for over 10 years. During that time, we have had many fun times together. Corky was always willing to help where he could in the Denver community. He started volunteering with Feeding Denver's Hungry in 2017. He would help us pack lunches for the in-house community, always with a smile and a little dance. Corky officially became the member at large on the board of Feeding Denver's Hungry in October of 2017, but we always said he was our large member. As a board member with Feeding Denver's Hungry, he was always first to volunteer his time and his energy, and Corky's energy was abundant. He had many great fundraising ideas for us. As a longtime advocate for the LGBTQ plus community in Colorado, he always made sure every person felt welcome within our organization. He was passionate about the LGBTQ community and worked extremely hard to help improve the lives of the people in our community and all over Colorado for many years. He was always happy to serve the unhoused community, and he did this with joy. His attitude was always joyful. There was a time at one of our hand-ups, there was this family that came through the lines. They had 3 small little girls. They ran up to him and asked him for a hug. He was overjoyed and welcomed their hug immediately. This is the kind of person I will always remember him to be. Corky had one of the biggest hearts I have ever known a person to have. He was always willing to smile and ready to embrace everyone as his friend. His personality shined, and anyone who encountered him could see it. Whenever there was a problem or an issue, Corky would always say, "Let's look at this from another person's eyes." Through our friendship over the last 10 years, Corky has taught me a lot. Because of him, I now have a little more patience, a little more understanding, a lot more tolerance when needed. He was very instrumental in teaching me to take the time to respond to people in kindness rather than reacting to their sometimes bad behavior. He was a man of much wisdom. Corky will be missed in the Feeding Denver's Hungry community and all around Colorado. I think Corky will be missed by everyone he touched during his life, and the amount of people Corky touched during his life was unimaginable. Thank you, Corky, for everything you brought to my life and to Feeding Denver's Hungry. Corky's last words to me were, "Keep on dancing." I will hold on to these words and do my best to always keep dancing with him. Thank you.
The manner in which Corky Blankenship lived was to spend his daytime hours in service to the community and his nighttime hours finding and appreciating the blessings that he had. Teaching preschool, to the Corky Cares Foundation, to volunteering with Feeding Denver's Hungry, Corky worked hard for others. And in the evenings, he made gorgeous art out of spoons, he spent time with loved ones, and he danced his booty off. Corky had to live decades of his life in the closet, and his early experiences with the LGBTQI community were that he was seen as too little and too effeminate. When he moved to Denver and made new attempts to connect with others in the community, he did find some genuine friends. First it was a small circle, but then it grew and grew and grew. Meanwhile, he witnessed the dawn of a new age. Gay marriage and a gay governor. Several times, Corky has looked at me and said, "These are the good times. These are the good times." Therefore, I take this oath that I will do my best to honor Corky by using my daytime hours to work hard for the community, and by using my nighttime hours to give thanks for the blessings of the era that we live in.
Just wanted to say thanks to Corky for being such a light for the community. Always enjoyed seeing him out dancing ever since I started going to the club when I was young, and rest in peace.
Hi, I'm Tori Starr. And I used to always say that being a gay bar at Pride was like being in a room with 1,000 people who were all used to being the center of attention. But when you run into Corky, he made you feel like you were the star of the show. Corky was special because he made you feel special. He made everybody feel special. So I've consoled myself through all this with a certain perspective, and I hope that it helps you too. And that's not that Corky isn't gone. He's not here right now because some other people somewhere else, they really need him. And maybe one day, if everything works out, we'll see him again. So, I love you, Corky. We'll all see you again. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. I'm Randy, and this is Kenny from Denver Suite.
And on behalf of the Denver Suite family, we are very happy to be with you all tonight in remembrance of Corky.
Corky was an amazing bright light in all of our lives. Everywhere he went, he lit up the room with his dance, his smile, and we'll never forget that. He may be not with us right now, but we are always going to remember him for that, and we're grateful.
Absolutely. We miss you, Corky. You will always be in our hearts. We love you, and keep on dancing.
Keep on dancing.
Just want to say thank you to Corky for everything that he did for us, the community, the queer community, the straight community, and everybody else. Corky loved even my wife, and when they passed, Corky was there at their celebration of life. Anytime being around Corky was amazing, and things are just not going to be the same anymore. I'm sure it probably looked like he was hugging a tree when he wrapped his arms around me, but I look forward to every time that we were out and he was there, or he could have been there. And we'll never have that chance again.
My name is Kaylin, and Corky is one of the brightest fireworks I've ever met. Corky was a storyteller, a lover, and a dancer. Most of what I learned from Corky wasn't spoken. It was taught through sweet, sweet dance moves. Woo! Corky was a guide for me and for many of us, teaching us that music and movement will always make you shine bright like a star. You may have left us, Corky, but like the star you are, your light carries on. I love you.
On dancing.
Dottie.
Your family. Denver Dyke March.
I met Corky over at Tracks Denver. It was years ago for my run for Ultimate Queen. That's what it was called at the time. And I will never forget the night that we met. Seriously, he was so welcoming and there was so much love that I felt from him. It was like we've known each other for years. So I am forever grateful to have had him part of my life and to meet him as well. I remember being at the pool party, performing, and the hug that we shared afterwards was just so genuine, and I just felt all the love oozing out of him. So anytime that I ran into him,
everybody, my name is Patty Ball, and I have the honor of knowing Corky through the LGBTQ community and through dance. I was actually teaching Corky private dance lessons for a while now. So you guys want to see this clip on Facebook that came out recently. This is one of our dance classes. I got to know really well through those classes, which talking before and afterwards, as well as when you guys want to see it live, the video of us from Postcard Company on the clock tower downtown. I'm pretty sure you guys can still see this now. There's that level back to the barn right now. But I got to put them really, really well through this. And I will tell you what, that guy not only has such spunk, but he has the biggest heart. And we all know that. The Postcard Company approached me to find very diverse dancers to represent Denver. First presenting my Corky. Not only just to represent the LGBTQ community, but to also represent giving back. I think that's something that we can all take away from Corky is not only to keep on dancing, but to keep giving back, keep helping others and spreading love. And that's what we'll continue to do. Love you, Corky. My friend, love you guys.
I think I must say Corky ready for this is how he supported everyone with his love and generosity. He was one of the best gay elders and how I miss all his hugs and all his I love yous, running dance, snaps. He was one of the reasons that I was able to thank this guys. It was really there for our family. I really miss it. I trust him with every single time.
I love you, Corky.
Corky's answer to having this love. And a lot of people in life always try to tell them why love wasn't the answer. Either the people involved didn't get along, or they get to confused, or they work in different places. And Corky would just be like, no, we can all just get along. And I wasn't in our friendship. I thought it was right, so I gave in. And all of a sudden, the barriers between people and groups melted away. And Corky showed me a world where we can get along. And the answer is love. And where I take this road next is to continue who Corky is and the love that he brought to others and caring, giving the gift of caring, And that's what I think we take forth. Was that the answer is love, and Corky was right. So it wasn't.
Give you all a round of applause for that wonderful music video and for Mary putting together. It's so beautiful to hear so many stories, experiences, and if you listen closely, there are a lot of recurring themes. One of them being love. Can everybody say love? That's right. Don't forget it. Spread it. Share it. Share these stories, these experiences. This is part of what we need to do as a community. The other piece that I want to let you all know is the other recurring theme, was keep on dancing. Everyone say, keep on dancing. Didn't matter any night of the week, you would always find Corky dancing, getting down, having a good time. He was the life of the party. A couple of things that I want to remind you all of, if you have not been reminded already. I know that Jim Sharper is around, and that there are memorial candles available for $25. All of that proceeds go to Feed Members Hungry, correct? Yes? Making sure. And you can use that Venmo, Feed Members Hungry, and use the code 2118 if you would like to get any of those memorial candles. The other thing that I want to remind you all is as you are going through tonight's event, celebration of life. Please take a second and visit the front bar right over here. Corky is present with us today. Take the time to share some last messages, words, some love before you leave today. This next segment, everyone, we have a fabulous list of community members that are very close with Corky that are going to come and talk a little bit about their experience and share some words. As you are a speaker, if you could please remember to come on this side of the stage and we on that side of the stage. And I'm going to get you one of these little wet wipes to wipe down the line after you're done. So please make some noise. Your first speaker is John Sorensen.
This?
You're going to be next to speak after.
Check the stream. So, let's say quality drop. We've run it now.
Yeah.
Just they have to get closer.
Corky and I want to meet there's so much you can say about him and because like these other people in the videos behind me do so much for so many people. So everything that he did for my certain purposes was for other people. It's the most selfless person I've ever met in my life. And he loved me and I loved myself. Somebody who know me as a person that I could have that was substance heavy drinker party to the equivalent of Monsters movie, Party Monster movie in Denver. But that's not who I am anymore. And you saw me for an amazing person prior to me seeing who I could be. And he gave me the strength to become who I am. When others had thought I was an awful person, he showed them where I love and kindness to me. And because I want to say I love you so much. One of the most amazing things about Hamilton Play is what I call the 40 jazz hands. And I would like to do that here with you tonight, but one last time. And everyone, these 40 jazz hands with me. And you guys are great. You guys are so great. Thank you so much for this. I'm so glad to see all these faces out here. And once again, I'm sure I'm welcome him for some favors. So, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sean. This next next speaker, everybody, please make some round of applause for Derek Helps.
Sorry, I had to write this down because I wanted to make sure I said everything correctly and I'm not the best public speaker. How about that? Better? Okay. Sorry, it's hard to even see it with the mask on. My name is Derek, for any of you guys that don't know me. I was fortunate enough to be one of Corky's close friends and partners in crime for the last decade. I was also lucky enough to be part of Corky's pool party and the Corky Cares Foundation. As I'm sure all of you know, there wasn't anything that Corky loved more than a good party with all of his friends, which is what makes me really happy to see everybody here, because I know that this would really mean a lot to him, seeing everybody here celebrating his life. Corky did some pretty amazing things in his lifetime, but none of that would have been possible without all of you guys. Everybody's love and friendship is what fueled him.
Before I woke up every morning, smiling and happy, excited to see what the day was like. It's that very attitude that helped me on my 50 goals and skills first. I bet there's a good chance that a lot of us still remember the first time we saw him. Most like the other day at school, I kids and back all crazy. And thinking to ourselves, who's our grandfather in the game? He's somebody who we're instantly drawn to. His energy, his regardless of how complicated he has, is always his highlight. But I think he just built a lot of us in today. Enjoying his life and not turning away anybody's spot, and kind of hoping that ourselves as to their age so we can set up to get out of the right. So we wouldn't let all the things that come with that to the ground to the side of the house. It's even more inspiring to really control and to support the love of that time. Especially involving other people. Some of us are really happy to go through. The right movement, the ways that are going to start to go, not each other, whole. There's a whole lot of amazing things. Also, and the right, the amazing parents involved. For all the amazing ways you've been able to make that space for the matter of what you have to do to stay present in the United States.
It's just that the video on the stage is better when you swap back.
Maybe they call it like Friday. So we have a big part and really just want to help with other people
To try and make this world a better place. He had a foundation that started from a small pool party in his backyard and turned into a massive yearly event that raised money for different charities around Denver and ones that supported LGBT rights. He went every week down to Feeding Denver's Hungry's warehouse and helped pack lunches for people who didn't even know where their next meal was going to come from. And he also helped in little ways, like going down to counter protest people with a baby drag show voicing hate, or just giving you a ride home because you were too drunk and didn't know how you were going to get there, or just listening because you needed somebody to talk to. Corky gave lots of gifts of love and friendship, acceptance and compassion. I mean, that's probably why we're all here, right? I'm sure all of us have received at least one of those gifts from him along with a lot of great memories. Those memories are something that we all get to hold on to and keep with us forever. But the other gifts, those were never meant to be permanent. Those were meant to be passed on. See, that's the lesson that Corky was trying to show all of us. That one person, no matter how tiny, can do things that are incredibly large. I know everybody's going to miss seeing him out, and we're going to miss giving his hugs and that amazing smile of his. But if we follow the lead that he set, then he won't be gone. If we pass those gifts on, just take a day to go volunteer to charity, or help somebody that needs a hand up, or even just to sit and listen to somebody when they need somebody to talk to. And Corky will never be gone. I guarantee you if we do that, we'll continue to see him everywhere. You know, that's my favorite thing about love. One of my favorite things about Corky is that it creates something that didn't exist before. And even after you're no longer here physically, it's something that can continue to grow. It can become bigger than us, and it can be something that makes the world a better place. And that's really all he wanted for all of us. You know, well, that, the last thing he said, just some of us that were fortunate enough to talk to him at the end was just to keep dancing. So today, let's celebrate him and share stories and be thankful to have buttons in our life. But also, let's pass those gifts he gave us on so we can keep him with us, because this world's a much better place with him.
Thank you so much, Derek. Your next speaker is Julie Lynn.
Here we go. Yeah, he just moved it. Go back to there.
All right, I think I got this. Yes, not quite Corky height, but good evening. I welcome all that are attending in person here and in other venues to honor Corky. He was not only an icon to me, he was my best friend and a huge part of my family, despite his small stature. We moved to the neighborhood of the infamous Pride Pool Party in May of 2010. The buzz around the neighborhood that Pride was near was always apparent. People would file into the neighborhood throughout the day, always a steady rotation of partygoers. My contact with Corky was not often, as he was always engaged with others' needs. Politically involved, always to ensure that equality was for all, regardless if he had planned to ever marry. I thank him for the fight that helped pave the way for all of us to feel like we do belong and deserve equality. My world was rocked on August 29, 2016. I heard screams in my neighborhood, and when I looked out front, I seen our friend's house on fire. Home to Corky, and equally as small, his brother Rick, who was tragically lost. Neighbors raced to offer help. I panicked as I did not know if they were home. I could only think to inform his family and had no contact information for anyone. So I made a public post in hopes that someone in the community would know someone related to them. Thankfully, so many of his closest friends responded, and his nephew on scene. I watched in horror as they pulled these men from the home. My wife, unable to watch him lay there alone, ran to give him comfort. Days would go by, and we waited for word of his recovery from his family. We decided to take a chance and check on our friend. Upon our arrival, we were excited not only to be able to see him, but to hear he was being released. He informed us that he had arrangements with a dear friend of his. We told him that if he wanted to be closer to home, our door was open. A week later was the best time of our lives together. I had the most gracious, sweet, loving friend in my home. We talked for hours about what living on his own was going to be like, as he had not been on his own since 1982 when he returned from his time in San Francisco. He was comfortable in my home and always told us, but more times he showed us. LOL. Corky was so excited, but really had no clue what he needed to set up home. Getting him ready was like helping a child move out for the first time. I mean, he figured he'd need plates and such, but everything was quite overwhelming to him. The insurance company dragged their feet, and we were ready to lend a hand whenever needed. We set up an online housewarming party, and the packages started coming in. Every day was like Christmas, and he was excited to see what new things people were so generous to buy for him. He's always been a giver, so to see and feel the love meant everything to him. It was so much planning for his move, furniture, houseware. The most important thing, a crash course in cooking. He was beyond excited as to what his future would be. We got him all settled in and everything needed to live as comfortable as needed. We always told him that he was the phoenix that rose from the ash. He'd always bring me things to fix or to teach him how it works. I still have extra parts for his car. I have his pride flag. He kept forgetting at my house. I guess he just wanted me to have it. We spent holidays together. He was the best dressed elf at Christmas. And at Thanksgiving, he ate our hot green chili with a smile. Brave little man. He attended family gatherings and became a part of my family. We called him Uncle, Grandpa, but he was one of us. Extended to my cousins, aunts, uncles, and all. We all loved him and enjoyed his laughter and his being around. We watched elections, debates, and sports together. He always hugged and kissed us when we parted. He celebrated life with us. I have a million stories I could tell about what an amazing person he is, and you already know. I have always felt welcome by his family. Deb, Zach, and Justin have never excluded us, and I appreciate that wholeheartedly. We will continue to be here for you all. When you are given an opportunity to be your best version of yourself, like Corky, you are just that. He invited me to be a part of his family at Feeding Denver's Hungry, and it was the best thing to ever happen to me. The friendships are deeper than I ever imagined, and the high it gave me surpassed any I've ever had or will have. His dedication to serving others never wavered. He gave it all to anyone and had many times. My newfound family at Feeding Denver's Hungry saved me when I needed to be saved. No time to explain, but you should try it out. It feels so damn good. Thank you, Jim, for your vision to help others. I know now why he liked it so much. He had many friends, and sometimes he'd forget names, but he truly enjoyed time with you all. His love for art in all forms shined through his talent and love for anyone sharing the gift of performance, no matter what you were doing. I go away tonight feeling a little better, knowing that someone who really felt like he had people that liked him okay was completely larger than he could have ever imagined. That he was more than iconic in this community, he helped it move. Through involvement, performance, dance, and service to others. He would call us his angels for all we did for him, but really, he was and always will be our angel. Rest easy, my friend. I'm gonna miss you like crazy. Say the dance for me. My heart is truly full knowing how much you are loved. Thank you all for being such a big part of who he was called to be. I'm sure he's dancing on the beach of North America with his family right now.
Thank you so much, Drew. I know the weapons are the hardest part. Is it in vodka?
Yeah.
Your next guest speaker, everybody, is drag legend and icon Corky Lang.
Good evening. The house that hospitality built. Thank you, Trax. As always, thank you very much. Cork and I had a conversation. It started out with this question. How can you know where you're going if you don't know where you're going? I met Cork in my life 50 years ago. I'd like to tell you a little bit what it was like for Corky and I 50 years ago. You know, gay bars couldn't be owned by gay people because we were morally reprehensible and we couldn't own a liquor license. Our bars, you couldn't walk in the front door. You had to walk in through the alley. Police could come in, take your name, and publish it in the paper the next day, and you lose your apartment, you lose your job, and you lose your life with your family. That's what it was like. I was standing on stage, and this group of handsome young men come in the back door of the drag bar, and I look over there, and it's like a breath of fresh air. All these young men, and right in the middle was Corky. I said from the stage, "You're not 12 years old, how did you get in here?" Well, of course, Corky had something to say about that. So, in an atmosphere that was really heavy, a community that was just fledgling, we were trying to figure out our identity and who we were. And there was this breath of fresh air. All of that darkness that we lived with every day went away. He had a smile that stands the test of time. We need role models. We needed role models then. And what was Corky's role modeling? It's okay that everybody hates us, that they don't want us, that they wish we would go away. Well, we didn't. And you know why? One of the reasons was Corky stood up and said, "They're not going to get in my way. I'm going to have a good time anyway." And I know all of you, each and every one of you, walked into maybe this bar and you caught Corky's eye across the room. And the most important thing in the room was you, because that's what he wanted. The party could begin because you were there. That was Corky. His gift was foundational. Without people like Corky, a role model that tossed all caution to the wind, we wouldn't be where we are today. There was a giant who was a small man. His name was Charlie Chaplin. Great things come in small packages. He wrote a song, and the song was this: "Smile." And I'll leave you with a verse. Life is so much more worthwhile if you just smile. Thank you, Corky.
Thank you so much, Christy. Your final speaker, everybody, if you could please make some applause for Mark Lunder. Great. Well, those were your speakers, everybody. So, this next folk piece that I'd like to do with you all, if you've noticed on the stage and up at the bar, there are a lot of different items from Corky. And I want to dismiss tables one at a time for you all to go get a chance to take an item if you would like to do so. And we're going to play some music in the meantime while I'm dismissing tables. And then we'll be back with some live and video performances from members of the community. So I'm going to start down here with this table. If anybody wants to go grab something from the bar or from the stage, perfect.
hat's gone already.
Right?
The rainbow hat's gone like that.
So fast.
The next thing we'll have is right here. If you want to go grab something from the bar on stage. I'm going to go back and forth so people don't get. This is also a time to visit your bartenders and grab a cocktail if you'd like to. The next table that I'm going to have you go is right here. This table right here. If you want to grab something from the bar, please try to take one item.
Wonderful job. I'm so proud of you. How are you? I almost spoke, but I didn't know if I would show. You know, I got like 6 dancing videos. You look good.
The next table that I'm going to have go up was actually right here. If you want to grab something from the bar. Please remember to put your masks on as you're getting out of your seats. Feel free to dance in your seat as well. Do a little Corky dance. The next table that I'm going to dismiss is going to be back here. If you want to grab something from the bar. At this time, performers, if you are performing, if you could line up for me. Performers, make sure that you're lining up. Don't forget to put those masks on, everybody. The next table that I'm going to dismiss is right here. Go ahead and grab something from the bar if you'd like. Once you've gotten your item, if you could please make your way back to your seats. The next table that I'm going to dismiss is back here in the corner. If you want to grab something from the bar, one of Corky's items here. The next table that I'm going to dismiss is right down here in the booth area. If you want to put your mask on and grab something from the bar. Again, once you grab your item, if you could please make it back to your seat. If you'd like to say something to Corky while you're up there. We still need to make sure that we're safe, everybody, so you keep those masks on if you're not at your seat. The next table that I'm going to dismiss is right over here. In the hat right here. If you would go ahead and up to the bar. To the right of Jim Sharper, this table. We're not listening, but that's okay. Nobody likes me. I love you too. Again, I know that it's tempting to be mingling with other tables, especially with how many friends and family are here. We do need you to go to your seats at your tables when you're done. The next table I'm going to dismiss is right over here. Yep, right here. Hi, honey. If you want to grab something from the bar, you absolutely can. As we are dismissing tables to go grab their item, if you want to pull up those Venmos, because we're going to encourage you to tip Feeding Denver's Hungry for these performances that are coming up. Again, we appreciate it. Just make sure you're not mingling with other tables during this time. We still have to make sure that you're staying at your seats, at your tables if you're not grabbing your item. The next table I'm going to dismiss, here you all. It's going to be down here. Anna, this table here. Hey, Anna, you can go grab something from the bar when you're ready to, from Corky. Again, I know that you'd like to visit with people, mingle, hug. However, we need you to stay at your tables after you grab your item. This next table right over here, these next tables over here, if you want to go up these two right here, if you want to go on up and grab something from the bar. If these two tables want to go next, if you want to grab something from the bar. If any of the remaining booths or tables over here in the back want to put your mask on and grab something from the bar, you are more than welcome to at this time. The remaining tables in the VIP area, the booths, and the two tables closest, if you'd like to grab something down here. I was told to speed it along, so we want to get this next piece on. If you want to up here on this VIP area, go grab something from the bar. You're more than welcome to at this time. Again, if you at this time have not gone up, take the time to put your mask on and grab something from the bar. This is another reminder, everybody, that you should not be mingling with other tables during this time. Trax is really, really happy to have that 5-star rating. If you are visiting another table, please go back to your own, put your mask on. We have to enforce that. I know it's hard. If you're not grabbing something from the bar, you need to make your way back to your table. Please.
Thank you. How are you? I'm good.
Please make your selections and find your way back to your tables. We're going to get into the next segment of our celebration of life. If you could please make your selections and find your way back to your seats. All right, if we could turn down the music, we're going to move into the performance section of tonight's celebration of life. Before we move into this, I have a really wonderful, amazing announcement for you all. I know now, girl, listen, we're here now. With special thanks to Drag King Simon Paul in town, we were able to work with the city of Denver to declare February 12th National Corky Blankenship Day. A really reminder and celebration of this amazing individual. So, in a year, we'll see you here. That's what we're going to do. With these selection of performances that are coming up, we want you to use
Hello. What's up, bitches? That's from Corky. I had to say that. First off, on behalf of my family, the entire family, I just would like to thank you guys for the love that you've showed Corky, not only during this hard time, but during his lighter times as well. During meals and everything we shared, he was so happy to just talk about the fun nights that he had with all you beautiful people, and so it warms my heart. I remember when he re-emerged into this community, he was so excited to show the world who he was. He threw parties, he set up foundations, and even when Corky came across to me that people were dishonest and took advantage of his generous spirit, kept on giving, remained positive. All things considered, he would tell me. He never complained, never skipped a beat. I grew up spending weekends with my grandma, with my brother at my Grammy's house, which at one point, Jerry, the oldest brother, Rick, the middle, and Corky, the youngest, all lived together with their mother in this beautiful house. It's full of games, sorry games, castles made of cards. We watched Broncos games when Corky would hoop. Oh man, I heard you guys go today. Snack on popcorn, we would stay up late and swim. Me and my brother would ask our Grammy for money to go to Cheapo Discs, Dairy Queen in the morning. And looking back, those are some of the happiest, most peaceful times of my life. I never got to meet my great-grandfather, but I do know that he was an amazing man that my family holds in the highest of regards. And I know that the reason Corky has such a giving spirit was because his parents instilled such amazing values of love and support in him, his brothers, and that carried on to their grandchildren as well as their great-grandchildren. I am honored to carry these traditions on with my mom and my brother and everyone around me. So thank you all for that. Times like this, things aren't going to get easier. We just get stronger. So, just gotta keep on dancing, right? So, I think we got a beat too. Can I kick it? Yeah, this for you, Corky. We love you, man. We just go to the clap if we had to. I wrote this one when I was grieving my grandfather's death and my father's death, and Corky loved this one, so come on. You can dance, you can get your ass up. Come on, maybe we just growing up, y'all. It's all love right here. I want to speak to the world first. I think to myself, drifting in thoughts, how I feel, time will tell. I've been through a few heavy years. I'm trying to lighten up, y'all. A few loose ends, I gotta tighten up. It's been a tough road. I'm trying to sound with two minds. I got a Gemini life. Stay twisting trees that I trim and I like. Try to breathe some life in. That's the positive light in. I've had some big dreams since I knew how to sleep. Never realized how much I said in silence until the last few weeks. This shit is quiet. I've been zoning. Send a text to your girl. I'm feeling lonely. Yeah, I had to reach out. A million thoughts on my mind. I can't help but feel now. It just sets in. It takes longer to feel pain. It just crept in. Silent weapons, blessed emotions, because I still feel. It's a part of being alive. That's why I'm still here. Been on autopilot for the last few years, y'all. And now emotions showing up. I'm not getting older. Maybe I'm just growing up, y'all. New moons and new days turn to new tunes and new ways. Time shows a new side, but love's still showing us. We're not getting older. We're just growing up, y'all. We're just growing up. We're not getting older. I know Corky is not. He was not old, man. He's just real grown up, man. It's all love. I seen a cricket walk across the club. I thought it was my conscience. And the death is no fable. Watching murder mysteries on TV, no cable. Weed crumbs everywhere. Try to roll it on the high times. Browsing articles, ain't got no Wi-Fi. Try to crack my neighbor's password. I pick ain't on my time. Sit on the roof of my city, stay bright. Twist a couple to the sky, deep thoughts until the sun shows. I see my dead family in a blunt smoke. I roll like 3 more so I can kick it with them. Smoke all night, try to visit with them. Can't remember the last time I called my friends with good news. Vibes heavy, still light up, nice split fake. Watch this in the toughest test, y'all. I'm a fucking mess. But that's right here. I lost my dad a few years ago, praying for the past year. I'm still sad. Yo, I was best friends and I grew the best breed with my granddad. But you know, emotions showing up. We not getting older. Maybe I'm just growing up, y'all. No moons and new days turn to new tunes and new ways. Time shows a new cycle. Love still showing up. I'm not getting older. Maybe I'm just. You gotta help me out. Maybe I'm just. Come on now. Maybe I'm just. Maybe I'm just. We love you, Corky. I'm not getting older. I'm not getting older. We love you, Corky, so much, man. By the way, every time I play, I go by Cruiser Kid. He would be dancing right fucking somewhere where I could see him. He was a favorite person, man. I love y'all. Peace, Corky.
If you could please keep that applause going for Cruiser Kid. We're moving right along with your entertainment, everybody. Don't forget to Venmo at Eating Denver's Hungry with the code 2118. Your next video performance comes to you from Phyllis and Corky.
Got to go home. It's still COVID outside. Sleeping has by nights we stayed home and we ordered a pizza. Just the numbers are through. Father will be pacing the floor. He's in the high risk. So really I'd better scurry. The parties are canceled. That will be your 5.5 drinks. That we've all died in here. Say what's in this drink? This is my 7th beer. I wish I was so surprised. This spell will never ever end. No, say the only thing that we say. We're all really trying. It's COVID, baby, it's cold outside. All right. Something's going. Yeah, let me depart. The answer is no. I smells like a fart. For the last 9 months. When will we get the dang vaccine? Cause my son had a
My brother will be there at the door.
He fly on Thanksgiving. Since this is all a scam. Everybody smoked back then. I've been home since March.
Say, lend me a car.
I've used a comb since March.
It's really been grand.
Wash your hands. Now are we back in
It's got to
quarantine?
be talked tomorrow.
My lifelong
At least there
sorrow.
will be plenty of
You
love.
got the COVID and
I really
died.
can't stay.
It's COVID,
Baby,
baby.
it's cold. Baby, it's cold outside.
Here's another update. Baby, it's COVID outside.
Got to go home.
It's still COVID outside.
Sleeping has been
Restrained.
so carried tonight.
By nights we stayed home and
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of Speaking words of wisdom, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whispers of wisdom, let it be. When all the world is a hopeless jumble, and raindrops tumble around. When all the world is a hopeless jumble, and raindrops tumble around. Heaven bends a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow, a highway to be found. Leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of. Your days and dreams really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up when the clouds are far behind me, where troubles nothing when it drops away of the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere with the rainbow, birds fly. Birds fly with the rainbow, and I can't die. If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why can't
If you could keep that applause going for Lady Michelle and Lala Shears. Your next entertainer, you're going to love. Make some noise. It's Zeus Devereaux.
It's complicated, it always is. This is the way it goes. Feels like I waited so long for this. I wonder if it shows. Head underwater, now I can't breathe. It never felt so good. 'Cause I can feel it coming over me. I wouldn't stop it if I could. But I take so
Put your hands together, everybody. Come on. You can make some noise too if you want. Make some noise for Zeus Devereaux. Your next entertainer, everybody, is Empress 47 of the Imperial Court of the Rocky Mountain Empire. Please welcome Star Kirkland.
There's a light in the darkness. Though the night is black as my skin, there's a light burning bright, showing me the way. But I know where I've been. There's a cry in the distance. It's a voice that comes from deep within. There's a cry asking why. I pray the answers up ahead. 'Cause I know where I'm riches will be pretty. Worth the price we had to pay. There's a dream with a future. There's a struggle that we have yet to win. And there's pride in my heart, 'cause I know where I'm going. Yes, I do. And I know where I've been. Yeah. There's a road we must travel. There's a promise that we must make. Struggle that we have yet to win. That pride in our hearts to lift ourselves to tomorrow. 'Cause just to sit still when all sin. I know where I'm going.
Star Kirkland! Your next fabulous entertainer will be giving you some live vocals. Please help me welcome to the stage, Marky Aranda!
Looking back on the memory of the dance we shared beneath the stars above. For a moment, all the world was right. How could I have known that you'd ever say goodbye? And I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better love the chance. I could miss the pain, but I'd have had to miss the days. Loving you, you loved everything, your whole lifetime. Weren't you a king? But if we'd only known how the king would fall, hell, who's to say? You know, we might have changed it all, and we finally didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better
God cares. Yes, my Lord, always gonna learn to chance. Oh, could have missed all this pain, but I'd have had to miss everybody.
Keep it going for Marky Arundel. Your next entertaintress, everybody, is legend, icon, star, mother. It's Miss Crystal Towers.
You missed me. Don't you worry, for my way. Oh, yes, the devil can't stop me. No, block me.
your entertainment moving, everyone. We have an extra special guest, a treasure to the Denver drag scene, and one of the reasons I started drag. Please make some noise. It's Ginger Douglas.
All the joy you brought to my life, for all the wrong that you made right, for every dream you made come true, you made come true, you made come true, you made come true, you made come true.
Everybody just sing the words.
For all the truth that you made me see, for all the joy you brought to my life, for all the wrong that you made right, for every dream you made come true, for all the love I find in you, I'll be forever man, baby. You're the one who held me up, never let me fall. You're the one who saw through it all. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me, lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believe I'm everything I am because you love me. You give me wings and make me fly. You touch my hand like you touch the sky. I lost my faith, you gave it back to me. You said the time was out of reach. You still got me and I still told. I had your love, I had it all. I'm grateful for each day you gave me. Baby, I don't love that much, but I love as much as true. I was blessed because I was loved by you. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me, lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believe I'm everything I am because you love me. You always there for me. You carried your wind to carry me. Light in the dark,
for Ginger Douglas. Your next entertainer, everybody, please help me welcome to the stage one of the most beautiful entertainers here in Colorado. It's Lady Cat Lavera Dior.
Don't think about it, just move your body. Listen to the music, sing oh and oh. Just move the body, go ahead and crazy. Anyone can do it, sing oh and oh. Show the world you got that fire. Feel the rhythm getting louder. Show the world what you can do. Prove to them you got the moves. Hey, I don't know about you, but I feel better when I'm dancing. Yeah, yeah. Better when I'm dancing. Yeah, yeah. But we can do this together. That you feel better when you're dancing. Yeah, yeah. When you finally let go, you say that solo. You listen to the music, sing oh, oh. You feel confident that you make it his way. When you know that you can do it, sing oh, oh. Show the world you got that fire. Feel the rhythm getting louder. Show the world what you can do. Prove to them you got the moves. I don't know about you, but I feel better when I'm dancing. Yeah, yeah. Better when I'm dancing. Yeah, yeah. And we can do this together. That you feel better when you're dancing. Yeah, I feel better when I'm dancing. I'm better when I'm dancing. Hey, oh, hey, oh. I feel better when I'm dancing. Yeah, yeah. Better when I'm dancing. Yeah, yeah. Don't you know we can do this together? That you feel better when you're dancing. Yeah, I'm better when I'm dancing. I'm better when I'm dancing. Hey, I'm better when I'm yeah, yeah.
Make some noise for Lady Cat Lavera Dior. We just have 2 more entertainers for you all. If you could keep up that energy, do not forget to Venmo at Feeding Denver's Hungry with code 2118 and help me welcome to the stage Tank NC.
It's getting harder to breathe. Church broken your love. Can't be good for my sanity. Can't be good for my love. Church broken your love. Church broken your love. I know my needs help and the bailiff's at the door. And still I'm hanging on to the life we had before. I know these clouds are gonna lead me to the Lord. Although I'm back, I'm begging you for more. It's getting harder to breathe. Search for your love. Can't be good for my sanity. Can't be good for my love. Search for your love. Search for your love. Take me on top of the world and leave me on the floor. You say we're meant to be. I'll stay in your own sea. I'll be a casualty when morning comes. It's getting hard to breathe. There's something I love. Can't be good for my sanity. Can't be good for my love. It's getting harder to breathe. There's smoking love. Can't be good for my sanity. Can't be good for my love. Chain smoking your love. Chain smoking your love. Chain smoking your love. Chain smoking your love.
Please, continue that applause for Team. Can you all please make a round of applause for all of your entertainers that submitted a video or performed live for you? Tracks Nightclub and everybody watching, as we wrap up tonight's celebration of life, it is not wrapping up a legacy. It is the time for everybody to take this experience, your stories, and continue to pass it on. As we are passing around some champagne flutes to do a toast here in just a moment, if you all could please show some love to Tracks Nightclub, giving us a safe place to put on tonight's celebration of life. If you could all keep that applause going for the staff, management, everybody here working, Tia putting this together, Jim Sharper, all of the volunteers, and everybody that helped make this possible. Hey, thanks. I love you guys. As we're wrapping up and handing out these champagne flutes, everybody, I can't emphasize enough how it is important to continue to do your role and your part, whether you are an audience member, an industry worker, or an entertainer, to continue to wash your hands, wear masks that cover your nose and go under your chin. Thank you. And do your part to stay safe while we're still going through this pandemic. I know people are still getting their champagne flutes together so that we can do a toast to honor Corky. Thank you all so much for coming out and supporting, for donating to Feeding Denver's Hungry. Make sure that you look up more information about them, whether that be donating, volunteering your time, or getting involved. Tomorrow, where can they go tomorrow to volunteer? 4980, Jason, 90, 48. You're just yelling numbers at me now, aren't you? Jason Street, Feeding Denver's Hungry Warehouse. I got you. I think 12 to 2. I love you so much. I'm gonna use my tequila grapefruit because why not? If you all could please put your drinks in your hand and your hands in the air for me. If you don't have one, find something to put in the air.
Our heroes burn bright.
If you're sitting down, feel free to stand up at your seat. If everybody could, well, this one goes out to you, Corky. We love you. Everybody say, keep dancing! We love you. Thank you so much, everybody. If you were drinking a lot tonight, please be safe. Walk your drunk ass home, get an Uber, get a Lyft. We love you, Corky. And we'll see you next time.
To many of us, Corky Blankenship was this and so much more. Our heroes burn bright with a light and energy that can't be described in words. They fill our lives with joy and hope. They are there for us when we need them most. They show courage and kindness in ways few humans do. And sometimes our biggest heroes come in small packages. To many of us, Corky Blankenship was this and so much more. Corky was a Colorado native and grew up in Denver.
I grew up just outside Colorado Boulevard when it was a dirt road. Where we grew back in the late 60s was around the Capitol building. 16th Street was the street, and down everybody, all the high schoolers from the whole area, that's where they would cruise around. Down 16th and up 15th. You'd move about a block every 5 minutes or so. But everybody was out, trying to meet their pretty honeys. But right where the Pavilions is, right across the street from the Paramount Theater, there's a theater called the Denver Theater. And there's an alley right next door to it. And down that alley was where there was one of the only gay bars. So I would have to get to that corner and go as fast as I could to that alley before my brother or somebody I knew was cruising along. Cork, what are you doing down here? And I'd stand out in the alley until somebody come in and say, hey, come on in, baby. And they'd get me in the bar.
As a young man, Corky was a teacher in the late 60s. There was little acceptance for queer people in those days, and he eventually moved to San Francisco in 1970 and lived there for 13 years as a street artist. It was a place where Corky could be himself, and he was inspired by activists like Harvey Milk.
Harvey Milk used to say, they only have to get to know us, and that's what changed it all. We all celebrated when Harvey Milk got elected, and I was a street artist at the time. So just a week before, damn, I killed Mayor Moscone and Harvey Milk. And then after that happened, on Castro Street, after the candlelight vigil, it's up a hill from down where the city hall was, up to Castro, and you look back over your shoulder, and all you can see is white lights. And that's, even right now, that still brings back such touching memories.
In 1983, Corky moved back to Colorado. For several years, he barely knew anyone. He started discovering Denver's nightlife in the early 2000s. And one night, he met a guy who asked him to go dancing.
And he said, "You want to go dancing?" I said, "I'd love to." That was the year the new tracks opened. This guy was 2 years older, but he really liked to show off his body. I'm pretty shy, really, but he wanted to be right up there in the middle. Nobody else dancing, so he could take off his shirt. And I would notice this whole group of people standing by the hallway there. They all looked like they were having so much fun. And I'd keep thinking, I wonder who they all are. Well, they weren't noticing the guy with the shirt off. They were wondering, who's that little guy? It turned out they were all the friends from the old tracks. So when they knew it opened, it was like we were meeting for all of them. So all of a sudden, a perfect group. We started introducing me to a lot of people.
who's known Corky throughout the years will know about Corky's famous pool party.
So the first year there were about 25 or 30. We decorated. Everybody had so much fun. The second year it went up to about 75 or so. The third year it went to about 150. So the fourth year I thought, it's just getting too crowded.
In 2016, tragedy struck when a house fire put Corky and his brother Rick in the hospital. Sadly, Rick passed away from his injuries. Corky was badly injured, but he was a fighter, and he recovered with the help of the Colorado community that loved him so much. With a renewed passion for life, Corky dedicated his time and energy to the community. He met Jim Sharper of Feeding Denver's Hungry and became a board member and regular volunteer.
So I got involved with Feeding Denver's Hungry, which is Jim has done. He started out with only 50 sandwiches for people on the streets. But on Monday we put together over 500 meat and cheese sandwiches. Then he gets a huge U-Haul truck on Wednesday from the Rocky Mountain Food Bank. And he fills that up with food, and he comes back to the warehouse. And we have to sort it all out and get it ready to pass it out to 1,500 to 2,000 people on Thursday mornings. And then to see that, these people, it's not necessarily homeless. A lot of them just don't have enough money to buy the good food. And we're able to get just really nutritious, good food for them. And to see the looks on their faces, and they're so appreciative.
Corky was larger than life, and he was kind to all who met him. If you had the honor to know Corky personally, you know that he would have always provided words of encouragement and advice about life.
There's so many places like Feeding Denver's Hungry. There's the center, there's Rainbow Alley, Urban Peak. There's so many groups that they need volunteers. So anybody that can, especially in our gay GLBTQ community, go and volunteer and be around and just give your energy.
Corky touched the lives of so many people in the Colorado community and abroad, and he will be remembered through Colorado Pride, the many charities that he was a part of and supported. Eventually, when we're all able to get together again, we'll celebrate with many late nights on the dance floor. Corky lived life to the fullest. He will take his place in history as an LGBTQ icon, alongside Harvey Milk and others who inspired him. Corky was passionate about life. He insisted on love and respect for all. He would give you the shirt off his back, a place to stay, a hand to hold, and a shoulder to cry on. The next time you feel a little tug on your shirt, or a small voice in your ear when you need it the most, you'll know that it's him. Corky will be with us always.
Enjoy your life. Enjoy yourself. Do the best you can. Take care of yourself. And keep dancing.
We love you, Corky. Yes, we do. If you all could make a round of applause for that video produced by Ken Young. We had so many fabulous entertainers tonight, guest speakers, and more. A couple of announcements as you are wrapping up. Please do not forget to pay your tabs with your bar staff. Tip them well. Do not forget to continue to support local queer establishments, industry workers, and artists during this time. We do have a show happening here in Trax in a little bit. If you're interested in staying for the show, it's going to be incredible. Please check in with the host stand so that you can grab tickets. If not, We are kind of funneling people into the lounge over here. If you would like to stick around for a little bit. Please, please, please remember to get home safe, especially if you are drinking too much tonight. Remember to live life every single day to its absolute fullest. And the work doesn't stop here. Continue this legacy, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.